Hello, welcome to another Spirit Island game. Today I'm going to be playing Vengeance as a Burning Plague, which is a spirit that I don't really have much experience with. So I'm going to try and learn them. So we're going to play against Scotland 2. It's hopefully just a little bit of a gentle introduction to them. I have played them before, but not a lot. Not enough to know exactly what I'm doing, which is a common theme. So let's get to this. Let's do the first explore for Scotland. Okay. So what I think I want to be doing, obviously, um, Blight counts as Badlands, so we want Blight on the board. So I might play this game a little bit recklessly. We've got a Ravage skip, we can add Disease, and Disease is great because we get Fear from it. So, yeah. Right, so what do we want to do to grow? Maybe like so? Seems pretty good. Get 2 card plays. Do we want 2 card plays? Maybe? Yeah. So we can add presence to a land with towns, cities, or blight. Now, the other thing is that when our presence is destroyed, we add a disease where it was. So we have pretty good coverage here. So I might just add, we can add one there and add one there. Yeah. All right. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so knowing that we're going to get disease in this land, we are actually going to get, so we can't actually do anything about it. Interesting. I'm tempted to play this. What if we do this instead? Since we don't actually need the second card play. Plague Bringers. Where would I want to take a plague? We could stop this ravage here if we wanted to. I definitely want Blight in this land because that'll make it easier to do damage. So yeah, actually, we don't have enough energy, do we? That's a real shame. Hmm. No, we'll stick with that. We'll just play 1 card. And then next turn, we'll see what happens. All right, so skip the event. We're going to build. Get a city in this land. Great, bring it on. And we're going to explore in sands. Okay. Great. So 1 fear. And we're going to add a disease. Let's add a disease here. Because then we can always just move this into another land. All right. Time passes. Now, I don't want to skip the ravages because I want blight on the board. Maybe getting a card might be pretty good here. We could use the, yeah, okay. Let's try it. So we'll take the 3rd growth option. We'll get a minor power. Looking for some animal or fire. Visions of Fiery Doom seems pretty good. And we're looking for those, I guess, just to get more innates. Unlock some defend might be quite nice. But again, I want to see how this spirit plays when you play a little bit recklessly. So I want to get some blight on the board. So let's go for Visions of Doom. Knowing that, actually, we could actually pop a presence in here and push this out to prevent that city build. So add a disease or a presence at range 1. Let's pop it there. Gain an energy. Great. So 2 card plays and some energy to spare. Let's try these. And where would I target this? I'll target this sands here to get them out. Okay, so 2 fear, because we thresholded that, and then we can push this town into this land. We've got 1 and 8 there. Okay, cool. Right, when exploring, place 1 town instead of an explorer. Okay. Add 1 beast to a land without blight that has a town. Okay, so it's a built up land. Why not? And during Ravage, defend 1 per Dahan. Fortunately, it's not going to be enough. Right, Ravage. Blight there, Blight here. Destroy that presence and add a disease. Excellent. Excellent. You've played into my trap. Right. Escalation. Add a town to the land with the fewest towns. Oh, I don't think I built. I did build, did I? So we're going to build first. I'm going to let this through using our special rule. But we get 1 fear and we add a town. This, does this build? Oh, not in Scotland too. No, so this doesn't build. So that's fine. So let's add a town here, I guess. It's got a blight, so essentially a badland. So we should be able to deal with that quite easily. Then we're going to explore in these lands here. Bearing in mind the event where we have to place a town instead of an explorer. Great. So, slow powers. 1 fear if invaders are present, and then for each disease, push up to 2 explorers, towns, or Dahan. And we can move disease into it. Would it be really silly if we did that? I don't think so, because we can do damage using diseases. Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's fine. So we've got this innate here, 1 damage in a land with buildings. Ideally, I want to use that in a land with blight. So let's chip away at this land, perhaps. So 1 damage, plus 1 because blight gets rid of a town. And that's it. Now, I want to get to 3 card plays. So what I think I might do, we've got a good off turn here without any ravages. So I might double grow here just so we've got 3 card plays next turn. So buildings, blight, or disease. These lands that we can add. No, just buildings or blight. Okay. So we'll add 1 there. We'll add 1 here. Probably one of these is going to cascade. I mean, alternatively, I could... No, I'm going to do that. Set up for next turn. Don't need to skip Fiery Vengeance. We could do 1 damage, chip away at this land again. Or this land. And then next turn we've got a pretty strong turn. And we can do a decent amount of damage. Would we be able to threshold this left innate? I don't think we will we? Because we don't have the 4 animal. So will it be the case that we take? Yeah, we'll take 1 cascade. The extra blight here would be really nice, actually. So to that end, maybe instead I keep my presence in this land, just so I've always got a target for my innate. Okay, let's just do this. So 1 fear and 1 damage in one of our lands. So let us choose this land, I guess. I could destroy something from these wetlands, but I think we'll get to them eventually. We're going to skip this anyway. Okay, cool. Right, I'm excited to see how this goes. Oh, okay. Right. Invaders and Dahan have +1 health. And we can remove a blight if we want to. Will we have enough energy next turn? Ugh. No, you know what? I'm not going to do that. Remove a beast. and add a disease. All right. Then discard the minor power. If it's fast, add a blight. Sure. We like blight. We like blight, so we're not too worried about this. Immediately destroy a presence and remove a town. Great. Great. Let's destroy this presence. And we get a disease in that land. And remove a town. All right. Right, that was a blight card. Right, I got confused there. And invaders have -1 health this turn. Okay, good to know. 4 or more buildings. And 4 or fewer Dahan. Nope. Okay. Right, fear cards already. Each player removes a town or explorer from a land with disease. Okay. All right. And add a strife in a land with Dahan. Nope. Okay. Right. Ravage in the sands. Build in the wetlands. And I'm going to let this through to grab a town here. It's just more targets. And then escalate into the mountains. All right. So add a town in a land without a town, or fewest towns. So let's just add one here again, I suppose. Okay. Right. Time passes. Let's reclaim, gain an energy, and we'll get a minor power here. Got a defense. Can remove blight if we want to. The defense isn't going to be quite enough for this land. It's close, actually. We could actually make it work. If we play this skip, the defense, and visions, it's going to be 3. Yeah, that could work, actually. Let's pick up the defense. We got 1 and 8. That's not terrible. And the next turn, probably get an innate going as well. Okay, let's try this. Okay, 2 fear. And let's push a town from here into here. All right. Then 1 fear. We're going to skip this ravage. And we've got 6 defense in this land. All right, feeling good, feeling good. Nothing to do on the blight card. Remove 1 blight per player from the blight card, and we can destroy 2 of our presents, which is probably a good deal. Let's destroy this. Add a disease, and that's definitely something we can do, right? Yeah. So that's 1. 2. Okay. Yep, that's fine. And we can push from a land with beasts if we want to, which I don't think I will. And each land with buildings, 1 damage per Dahan. Doesn't matter. Okay. Fear card, defend 1 in all land. Doesn't matter. So 7 defense here. That doesn't matter. Doesn't ravage. That skips. Build in the mountains. Again, we're going to let this through. And what does that give us? That gives us a city. Great. And explore in the mountains again. Okay, that is a little bit scary, actually. Probably going to have to skip this mountains. Good job we have that skip, right? Okay, so we've got this innate here, 1 damage in a land with buildings. Let's chip away at this land here. Okay, 1 damage plus 1 with the blight. Cool. Right, next turn. I want to play all of these cards. And I want to unlock as many innates as possible. So we just need either animal or fire. Okay. Okay. So why don't we... Interesting choices here, I must admit. Yeah, we could get that off the board. Yeah, let's take from the top track. Make sure we've got plenty of energy. So 2 in here. We're going to pop 1 in this mountains, I think. Let this ravage. Maybe we could try and clear this up. If we go here, clear that up with the build. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. Okay, so we've got stuff to do. We have 1 damage per disease. Needs to target a land with disease. So that's 4/5 damage in this land. Let's do it. Let's go. Okay, that's that innate done. We can do Fiery Vengeance. Get 1 fear and 1 damage. Let's get rid of this town. Sure. And that's it for now. But we are coming back for more. Okay. Invaders do +1 damage when ravaging in lands with towns or cities. Okay. Right, these are both going to ravage. Are we worried about that? Maybe. What else we got? Destroy 2 explorers in lands with disease. Add 1 Dahan to a land with Dahan and no blight or disease. Oops. Okay. Cool. Terror level 2. Remove 1 explorer or town from a land with Dahan, wilds, or badlands. And I think we can count blight, right? Yeah. Your actions makes our actions. Okay. Let's just get rid of this then. That's great. Not quite enough to do much, but okay. So, ravage in the mountains. Oh no, destroyed presence. Let's add a disease. And we get a ravage there as well. We're going to build in the mountains. We do have plague bearers. So we could solve this land and skip this land next turn. So do we want to get it? Yeah, you know what? This one I'm going to let through, since we can deal with it. This one, at this point, I might as well, right? Let's get a city on the board. Okay, great. Cool. So that's the build. Now, coastal lands, as we were expecting. Let's do it in this sort of setup. Like that. Great. Board looks like a mess, but I'm having a great time. Okay, so we've got some innates here to deal with this. 1 fear, and we do want to use Plague Bringers on this land to stop this ravage. So that's, we can push 2. Yeah, 2 things, and we can move a disease as well. So let's move this here and this here. Do we want to keep this disease here? We probably don't need that many in this land. So we'll leave that there. Great, that's Plague Bringers. 1 fear, we can add a disease. Maybe here. Sure, spread them out a bit. Start clearing some lands. And then we've got 1 damage and a land with buildings. I want to start clearing up this land. Okay, so 1 damage here. Let's start clearing it up. Right. Time passes. Let's reclaim, gain an energy. Could probably go for a major here. Gosh. Weave is an interesting one. Because we can consolidate blight. Definitely want to skip this land, obviously. since we've only got one blight left. And I'm afraid that if I pick up an event, it's just game over. But we do have plenty of energy. We'll weave. What we could do is weave these two lands here. It doesn't really have any other elements though. I'm almost thinking just taking on the offensive is probably better here. Stop this build here. Don't have to worry about that land. But this is an issue. But we could weave and then skip next turn as well if we needed to. Get everything in this land. That seems quite interesting. I might get weave. Carapace land, do we want to keep that? It does have animal, so let's get rid of Visions of Fiery Doom. So if we played these cards, weave them together, skip the Ravage, what can we play to get our innates, and what innates do we need? I do want to sort this land to create a pocket. So that pushes me to more towards animal. We could do Plague Bringers here then. Yeah, that gets both innates. And we've got enough energy. Let's do it. Great. Okay. So weave. Oh, we don't have a sacred site. Oh, that's so sad. That's so sad. In that case, we won't play that. Need something with animal. Okay. 2 damage per disease. It's probably the best we can do. So yeah, that will get rid of that city there. Okay, this seems okay. This seems okay. We'll keep weave just in case. Right. So 1 fear. Skip this ravage. 2 damage per disease. We'll use it in this land, so that's 2 damage plus 1. That's 3 damage against that city. And that's it. Gosh, we do get a lot of fear going, don't we? And just hope this event doesn't screw us. Okay, we're good. We could skip a ravage. Yeah, maybe we've got plenty of turns left, haven't we? Immediately ravaging the land with the most invaders that match a ravage card. Well, that's great, actually. Ooh, I don't really want to add a town, though. Yeah, okay, we'll take the top then. Push up to 2 Dahan. Maybe get these out of the way. Add a town in a land without one. Then immediately ravaging the land with the most invaders, which is this land. But invaders do not ravage in that land, so we're good. And beast count as badlands. Okay, that's worth knowing in this land. Maybe I should just add a little reminder there. Okay. Each player chooses a different land to isolate and defend 2 in those lands. Okay, let's isolate this land. Or we could isolate this land actually to create that pocket. Okay, and then each building does -1 damage and they do not heal. That's pretty good. All right, so ravage in the mountains does nothing. Build on the coast. We don't have plague bearers, do we? Oh, we do. So I'm going to let this through for a fear and stop this one from building. And this one does build. I'm going to let this through. What do we even need? I think that's another city. Great. Ah, this is fun. Right, and then we are going to escalate to explore the sands. So land with the fewest towns. Rats. gosh. Could have been this land, I suppose. We're really going to have to start ramping up the fear, aren't we? Don't know where to put this. Up here, I guess. Then at least we can destroy it or use Plague Bringers or something. Okay, so slow powers. 1 fear. Add a disease. We can actually use Plague Bringers here as well. Let's add a disease in this land. Use Plague Bringers, 1 fear, and we can push these into this land with the disease. Unfortunately, we've got 2 lands that we need to be worried about here. And we've got, oh, actually, no. I'm going to add the disease in this land instead. Then use Plague Bringers on this land. That makes more sense. And bring the disease there. And then we can use our Right Innate to do 2 damage in this land to get rid of that town. Great. All right. Cool. Yeah. Things are looking okay. Can we get away with adding some presents? Got 1 skip. Ah, we need the skip though. I think we're going to have to reclaim for the skip. Okay. I'm going to see if I can get a better major. Okay, Blazing Renewal is a card. Right. That is huge. That does a lot in this land here. But we won't be able to use that and the skip because we don't have enough energy. Don't think that's going to be enough. Do have some Terra level 3 cards though, but do we play it safe? I think we play it safe. If we get Blazing Renewal, get rid of Weave, keep that in the back pocket, and just play it a bit safe. So we need to skip Ravages, and really I want to start doing some damage here. Yeah, I want to unlock this innate. So we need probably Fetid Breath, right? And we need, what do we need? One more animal. Plague Bringers, yeah, that's it. Okay, hopefully this will be a lot of damage. So, 1 fear, we're going to skip the Ravage action in this land. Then our left innate, 2 damage per disease. So that's going to be 8 plus 1 is going to be 9 damage. 3, 6, 9 gets rid of those cities. That's it for now. Okay, this is where we add Blight. Okay, add 1 Blight to a land without presence, and we can destroy 2 presence to protect our lands. Okay, let's destroy this one and this one. Gets us some disease on the board. Okay. And we can push stuff from lands with beasts, and we can defend and gather with Dahan, which I'm not going to do. Right. Oh, actually, no, I'll gather a Dahan into there, I think. Yeah. Okay. Defend 9 in all coastal lands. Do not build in coastal lands. That's pretty good. Right. Remove 1 invader from a land matching a Ravage card. All right. Well, let's get rid of this city. Suddenly, we're very close to winning. And each player adds a strife to an individual invader. For the rest of the turn, invaders have -1 health per strife. All right. Sadly, I can't deal damage there. But we will add strife here nonetheless. Okay, great. So ravaging the coast, that skips. Build in the sands. That doesn't build. Got a building here. Then stage 3 escalation, mountains, water. And we get, oop, not a city. Something that looks like that. Okay. Pretty cool. I think we win in the next phase. So 1 fear, add a disease into this land. And then we get 1 fear. We've got plague bringers. Actually, we can move this over here. Plague bringers in this land. Bring along that disease. And 1 damage in a land. So let's just get rid of that town. Great. And I think we just need to reclaim. Gain energy. Minor doesn't matter here. So we're just going to get this one. And we're going to play the same cards that we got just to get that innate. And we'll use our left innate. 1 damage per, or 2 damage per disease. Just to get rid of that city and we win. Oh, that was fun. That was fun. I really like Vengeance. I don't think I could get away with that in higher difficulties. Probably need to control the inland a bit more. But yeah, that was fun. Cool. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.